In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Esri Maps for Office add-in to create a map layer and publish it as a feature service directly from a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet into ArcGIS Online. Creating interactive maps directly from Excel is a big breakthrough for Office users because of the sheer volume of mappable data that is out there available in Excel format. For example, many of the tabular datasets compiled by the U.S. federal government here at data.gov contain a geographic variable like state name or zip code that can be mapped, and they're all instantly downloadable in Excel format. This is a companion video to a detailed tutorial that you'll find in the Getting Started section of the ArcGIS Resource Center. If you want to do the complete workflow yourself, you'll need membership in an ArcGIS Online organization. That's a free trial or a paid subscription. Esri Maps for Office, which is included in your ArcGIS Online subscription. Publisher or administrator rights within your ArcGIS Online organization. And finally, Microsoft Office 2010. Okay, so let's explore what the spreadsheet data actually describes. Here we are in Excel. Notice up here on the top right that I've got a new tab called Esri Maps. This is the result of installing the add-in that is part of the ArcGIS Online subscription. Clicking the tab exposes this ribbon of mapping functions that have been developed specifically for ArcGIS Online users working in Excel. We'll get into some of these tools in just a moment. So what we have here is a year's worth of data showing by country of origin the number of persons naturalized into U.S. citizenship. This is data downloaded from the data.gov website in Excel format and cleaned up just a little bit to suit our purposes. There are 207 countries represented. We have 3 columns: the name of the country, the total number of persons naturalized, and the percent of total for the year represented by that number. So one thing I can do is just scroll through the data, and I can see some of the higher values like India and Mexico, both contributing over 10% of the total. I also have these D values for a handful of countries, which represent unavailable data. Okay, now I have a sense of what this data is about, so I'm going to plot them on a map of the world. I'm already logged into ArcGIS Online, so I'll just click Insert Map, and immediately a map window appears on the spreadsheet, which I'll just move out of the way for a moment. I click Add Excel Data, and then for the data source I'm going to specify a cell range. So all I need to do here is click the first cell of the actual data and drag across and down until I've selected the entire list in all 3 columns. Next, I choose Country as the location type. When I click Add Data to the map, the program begins the process of matching names in the spreadsheet to the countries on the map. After it's all done, it shows that the found locations in green. It actually did very well, locating 203 out of the 207 records. Now 3 of these remaining 4 can be resolved by fixing the spelling of the names. The last error has to do with whether or not the disputed territory of Western Sahara is considered a country. I won't worry about that one for now. Zooming into Central Africa, I have a blank spot here because the new country of South Sudan was not on our spreadsheet. I can fix this easily enough just by inserting a row for South Sudan into the spreadsheet. I don't have actual data values, so I'll put in Ds, but at least I won't have a gaping hole in the middle of Africa. Because I'm connected to ArcGIS Online, I have access to all the Esri base maps. I'm going to pick the Oceans base map, which looks pretty good. The base map you choose has no effect on how your data will look after it's published. We're only going to be publishing the country layer. Over here in the Map Contents panel, I'll rename the layer to something more descriptive. By clicking a few different places on the map, I confirm that indeed a link has been made between the countries and the Excel data that I started with. Next, I'm going to group and style my data. So grouping is the way we classify data, and we have options as far as the number of groups and where they are divided. I have 3 grouping options. I'm going to pick Natural Breaks, which looks for clusters and logical gaps. I could also use this slider to experiment with different numbers of groups. Notice that the map and the legend both update in the background even as I'm making changes. The last thing I'll do is pick this blue color ramp. Okay, I'm ready to publish this layer as a feature service. I click Share Layer, and here I specify that I want to share this with my organization, then I click OK. That's all there is to it. When this process is complete, a green arrow appears next to the layer name, and I can leave Excel. Now, over in my ArcGIS Online organization, I'm going to locate this new service in My Content folder. Click the thumbnail to open it in the map viewer. So here it is. If I show Map Legend, I can confirm that the layer is grouped and symbolized the way I set it up in Excel. If I wanted to, I could actually change the color ramp here as well. I'm going to go ahead and switch this to yellow to red so that the countries with the highest numbers are in red. So I can click on any country on the map to bring up a pop-up. In the written tutorial, you'll have the option of editing the pop-up configuration so that instead of looking the way it does now, it will look like this. So to wrap things up, I now want to embed my data layer into a map that looks just the way I want and that I can save and share with the world. I'm going to switch over to the Terrain with Labels base map and make the feature layer slightly transparent so that the terrain and labels are visible beneath the countries. Terrain-based maps work especially well in mountainous regions, like over here in the Himalayas. Now I click to save my map, give it a descriptive name, and I'll put in some meaningful keywords so that people searching for it can easily find it. When I'm done, I save my map and I click the Share button. I'll choose to share it with my organization. And now I have a focused web map in ArcGIS Online that tells a simple but interesting story. Thanks for watching.